you so much. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
It's been a crazy day. Just came back from work. Was in the ICU. My first day back on the ICU. Wild shift. It's always it's always problematic. The Last Zebra, I started that as a project that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to have a podcast. And during medical school, I wasn't exactly sure what I would want my podcast to be about. During residency and certainly during fellowship,
I was in fellowship when I first thought about this.
and more importantly, during the COVID pandemic.
The World Health Organization has officially called it COVID-19.
These refrigerated trailers are being used to house the casualties.
This woman apparently being taken against her will by China's newly deployed quarantine squads.
The naval ship Comfort is now docked in New York City's harbor and ready to accept non-coronavirus patients. At least 9 ambulances backed up trying to get patients into the emergency room entrance.
At the same time, we had a lot of time, but in the medical field, we're also very, very busy. So at work, we were very busy, but then when we were off, we were off. I got to thinking about ways that I could help disseminate information or transfer information that I'm learning on the go with my work with regards to the pandemic. Of course, I didn't have a platform to do that with, but that experience also highlighted to me that the people we work with, we often have labels that we attach to them without ever getting to know who they are behind those labels. Nurses, respiratory therapists, doctors, all the healthcare professionals that we interact with, that we form these kind of very intense bonds because of what we experience in the hospital. And we don't actually get to work or establish those bonds beyond the hospital. So I wanted The Last Zebra to be a way, initially at the upfront, a way to have those conversations about who we are, where we're from, and how that impacts our work, how, your parents and where they're from, and how the way you treat your patients kind of manifests itself in all of those things that you've experienced across your life. I think that's what's the most important thing about people in general, is the story behind the titles. The people behind the titles. And that's what The Last Zebra was meant to be and started off as. So my cousin, the very first guest that we had.
Am I a stalker? Have I been stalking you?
No, you literally been stalking me since I was 5 years.
Wow.
He came to visit me and he was just like, let's do it. And so we sat here and, shot that very first episode on a whim.
Anyway, here we are. Finally.
Thanks for being my first guest. Welcome.
My brother.
Thank you, sir. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, sir.
And just kept it going since then. I feel like now I wanted to take a break. Now that it's becoming a little bit more serious, I wanted to take a break and give it an honest effort, put some real, genuine thought behind it. We've expanded beyond medicine and we talk to people of different walks of life, different backgrounds, different professions, and with the same goal in mind. Who are the people behind the profession? What drives them? What motivates them? And at the same time, talk about some detailed topics about that they're passionate about within their field of expertise. The relaunch is really, or the rebrand is really a renewal of a commitment to this process of diving into being a storyteller, which is something I'm very passionate about, and working on being a good listener and, having meaningful conversations with people I admire and respect and look up to.